right, everybody. How's everybody doing today, man? It's so good to see you guys. I appreciate you being here. It has been a wild and crazy week, man. Pretty much everything since I went out to Portland. With some of my friends. I had some veterans that are combat veterans that wanted to go out there and see what was going on, see what was happening from all sides. We wanted to see, what is Antifa really doing out here? What are the feds doing out here? What is local law enforcement doing out here? Are there agitators? There were so many things that we wanted to know from an on-the-ground journalism look. And as somebody who I don't trust the media, bro. I don't trust mainstream media on the left. I don't trust them on the right. I don't think we hate the media enough. So, there's people that I respect a lot, like Nick Shirley, who just goes on the ground and he just, he's got a camera. He's out there doing it. So we wanted to go out there and we wanted to just check into what was going on ourselves and be able to take you on that journey and check it out. We were very, very shocked by what we saw. If you guys want to see that full-length video is up right now. It's called Swarmed by Antifa, because that's entirely what happened. That's exactly what happened. We got swarmed by people. I am used to being confronted by people who want to cause me physical harm. I've been to prison. I know that feeling very well. These people wanted to do us harm. The place where we actually got swarmed by them, we were in between two buildings, and we knew this because of the fact that we did drone surveillance. I did a live that day. It got really incredible traction. Over 200,000 people watched that live. We got drone surveillance, which we included a little bit of in the video Swarmed by Antifa, where you can actually see, I'm not sure if they were ICE. They must have been ICE or DHS. It wasn't the National Guard, because they haven't arrived yet. But they were snipers on the buildings on either side. So we got careened into an area where we were surrounded by hostiles, and then there's snipers on the building tops. And I was there. I went with veterans. I went with some buddies that are combat veterans, both of whom were medics. Two out of three were medics. Because if somebody got hurt, we were there with medical supplies to be able to help people. We were there to be able to, offer assistance if somebody got hurt. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, it got really intense really quickly. Somebody said, dude, you got effed over in less than 30 minutes. It was way less than 30 minutes, my guy. They immediately, the second we walked up, they started calling us Proud Boys, Nazis, white supremacists. They were screaming Nazi at me while I'm literally hugging a black dude from this community who came down there just to see me. Big love and respect to my dude, Grumpy Knuckles. I love you, homie. It was so good to meet you. Thank you for coming down to meet me. I wish, honestly, I'm going to pin this in the chat. Thank you so much, Dr. Draylight. You are a beast. If you want to watch the Swarmed by Antifa video, it is pinned in the top of the chat. I wish that I would have been able to give Grumpy Knuckles some merch, bro. It was just so crazy. There was just a lot going on. I want to share something with you. Hold on. 2 seconds, and I am back at it like a crack addict. So my guys were armed to the D-Lo. They were armed to the D-Lo, bro. My dudes were ready to go. Now that's a good thing, and it can also be a bad thing, because if you're wedged between two snipers on buildings and say they attack us and any sort of exchange happens, it can really quickly turn into a situation where snipers might get involved. So we went in, I myself, of course, was just wearing a super baggy hoodie with nothing underneath because, you guys see me in super baggy hoodies all the time, right? But this is my new merch. This is the Armed to the D-Lo merch. I made this shirt because when my veteran buddies showed up, they showed up ready to go. This is at bunkerbranding.com. If you guys want, we have tank tops, shirts, hoodies, Armed to the D-Lo. It's my new saying. I absolutely love it. We made that shit happen. So hold on. We absolutely have our first pacifier award. Live TV. Oregon prison is a kiddie camp. Well, here, I got something for you. You little baby want a binky? Did JD hurt your feelings? You little nippy nippy? Nom, 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 nom. You got a weird thing going on with kids, do you? That's kind of fucked up, buddy. Don't worry, though. You can hit the JD hurt my feelings binky and pretend that it's your weird uncle's dick. You fucking weirdo. Thank you for coming through and giving me the opportunity to bust out the first binky of the day. All right, we got one. Let's keep count of the binkies that we used today. Armadillos are cool. William Barry, armadillos are cool as shit. I fucking love armadillos, and here's the thing. I got to meet one or 12 when I lived in Florida, but the problem is they also carry leprosy. Did you know that armadillos carry fucking leprosy? I wanted to go and hang out with a fucking dillo, and my homies were all like, bro, you go get fucking leprosy. You go get fucking leprosy, dog. Somebody said, hold on, where'd that go? Corey May said, you need to start wearing pink wigs when you go to the P. Yeah, bro, if I was wearing a pink wig when I went in there, that definitely, maybe a tutu, maybe like a belt of dildos that looked like some sort of a skirt. One of those furry tails that attaches to you in a butt plug. They would have loved me down there. It would have been all good. But, so I was talking a minute ago about my homie, Nick Shirley. And I just want to let you guys know, Nick Shirley is my favorite investigative journalist. He puts himself in danger every single time he goes out and does one of these things. Nick Shirley is an absolute beast. I love that dude. He's a friend of mine. If you're not supporting Nick Shirley, I really wish that you guys would. Bear Gibson in the house. What up, my man? Good to see you. So look, I want to show you guys a little bit of what happened to Nick Shirley at this situation. This clip has gone absolutely batshit viral. So you may have seen this, you may not.
Hey,
if you've
are
seen
you
this
doing?
already.
Hey, I didn't do anything.
Hey, get the fuck out
You get out of here. Don't
this?
try hit me.
Get out of here.
Hold on.
Well, I have
Get
no.
out of here. Don't come back.
I had the dumb. Sorry, you guys. Let's see. Where'd it go? Oh, where'd it
You
go?
again?
Get away from me, sir.
Get the
Where are you?
Here we go, you guys. This is what I want you guys to see to start off. So, sorry about the technical difficulty. I am old. I am unk. It is what it is. I actually want to give a shout out to Nick Shirley, man. Dr. Dre Light, thank you. We are going to pin Nick Shirley's channel in the chat. It is at the top. It is the pinned comment. You guys should absolutely follow Nick. Not only is he an amazing investigative journalist, he's also a friend of mine. Mad respect to Nick Shirley. Check this out. So this was after we left. Now, me and Nick met up down there, right? And this dude is literally like, I planned on going down there with one camera guy. And my veteran friend said, no, the fuck you're not. We're coming with you. And I love that, dude. I love that they had my back like that. Unfortunately, what it did was it incited the Antifa, Trans-Tifa, domestic terrorist retards. They got quickly angry because I had people with me for some reason. Nick goes in there and he goes all by his onesie, bro. He just goes out there and he stomps around legitimately all on his own. And he has balls of fucking steel, bro. The cojones on this dude. Look at this dude. Check him out. See what happens because, like I was telling you about the snipers, watch what happens here.
Hey, what are you
Get
doing?
the fuck out of
Hey,
here, man.
I didn't do anything.
Hey, get the fuck out
You
of
get
here.
out of here. Don't try hit me.
Get out of here.
Well, I have
Get
no.
out of here. Don't come back.
Get away
I
from
see
me.
you again.
Get away from me, sir.
Get the
Where are
fuck-
you? You're pushing me onto the road.
Get the fuck out of here.
Let me move. Let me get out. If you're gonna let me get out.
Fucking walk.
Hey, sir, stop it.
Fucking walk.
Stop.
Walk, motherfucker.
What are you doing? Why are you so mad? I didn't do anything.
You did.
What did I do?
Walk.
I haven't done anything.
Walk.
And this is literally it. Here's the thing is that they do not want you to be able to document any of what's going on because they're down there with criminal fucking intentions, my guy. They're not down there to peacefully protest. If you're peacefully protesting, half the point is that you really want people to see what's going on. You're trying to bring awareness to things so that you can create a change, right? These people are down there to commit violence, to commit crimes, to commit acts of fucking terrorism, homie. So that's why they're pushing Nick out. That's why they had a problem with us having cameras. That's why they assaulted multiple fucking people after we left, including a 10-year-old girl. These fucking Antifa retards are down there to do acts of terrorism so that they can literally intimidate people into getting their way because they are fucking fascists. It's a fascist regime.
Do not come back.
Watch out.
If you come back, I'm gonna fucking smoke you, dude.
Really?
Yes, really. I'm
Why?
gonna smash that fucking camera.
Stop it. Stop. Sir, stop it.
Stop sticking.
He told him, if you come back here, I'm gonna smoke you. Now, I know that's kind of boomer speak. We don't say smoke you anymore. But just for anybody, he doesn't mean that he's going to put him in a pipe. He means he's going to kill him. He means he's going to fucking kill him. He's threatening to kill an independent journalist for simply being there. That is an act of terrorism. That is terroristic threats. That is wildly illegal, and he's already put his hands on him multiple times. That's fucking assault.
Cameras in people's fucking face.
I have the right to be here.
Okay, did I say?
I have the right to be here.
Stop.
I have the right to film. You have DHS watching you right there.
Stop.
Lasered on you.
I
You have a
didn't do
sniper
nothing.
lasered on you right
I
now.
don't give a fuck.
Stop it.
Literally lasered on him. Playing with his chest, playing with his neck, playing with his head and shit, bro. Woo!
Stop
You-
sticking your camera in people's face.
King Pimp said it's because Proud Boys equal KKK. Well, first off, I have zero association with the Proud Boys. Secondly, your name, King Pimp, pimps are sex offenders. You are a fucking human trafficker is what you're trying to project to people. And you sound like you need the fucking binky. Baby need the binky. The little binky binky, hit the nippy nippy. You want to come get a little second binky of the day for the fucking sex offender who advertises himself on YouTube in his own fucking name. Wild flex, G.
I didn't do anything wrong. You have a sniper on you right now. You have a sniper on you right now.
Yeah, so his friends had to come in because he was too mentally retarded to realize that he had a sniper on him. And he was too worked up and emotional, having his little mantrum, his little hissy fit, freaking out. His friend had to come and be like, bro, literally they're going to smoke you. They're going to kill you. They're ready to go. They got you locked and loaded, homie. They're armed to the D-Lo. So, that clip has gone mega super fucking viral. Like thunder cunt viral. We got dudes like Asmongold out here reacting to it. We got all sorts of people reacting to it. Hold on. Give me 1 second. I need to just check this real quick. Hello?
Hey, this is Sam with Antifa. How are you guys?
Hey, I'm good. How are you, buddy?
Well, hanging in there. So you got somebody gonna work on your parking lot, huh?
Yeah, hey, can you go up to the house and talk to somebody?
Yeah.
Awesome, thank you. Sorry guys, I had somebody here ringing on my doorbell, my Ring doorbell, and I had to check it. Oddly enough, I've been swatted twice, and the last one was yesterday. So I had to check that because I had to make sure that it wasn't the cops coming back again to get more Halloween candy and energy drinks because they know if somebody swats me that it's just one of the idiots on the internet throwing another hissy fit, probably begging for the binky, but they're pretty tired of it. So they always just come out and I'm like, hey, you want an energy drink? You want some Halloween candy, bro? You need a protein shake? They're chill. So whoever's doing that, you're literally retarded. You're an awful human being. Swatting people is really fucking dangerous. But to me, since I notified the police in my area, as soon as I started blowing up on social media that, hey, there's probably going to be idiots who love pedophiles and want to fuck kids who are going to attack me. So you should probably be aware they're probably going to try to swat me. And that's exactly what's happened repeatedly. Whoever's doing that, jump in the wood chipper, you kitty fucking weirdo. Roman Wolf Gaming, do you have an NFL team? So look, man, I grew up in the Bay Area. So it's always going to be the 49ers for me. I grew up going to their games. Like I was saying, that video has gone mega viral. Asmongold reacted to it last night. Nux reacted to it yesterday. I'm reacting to it today. I gave it a little bit to breathe just out of respect for my buddy Nick. But we're going to look at a few other things in his video here in just a minute. I fucking love Nux. I love Asmund. By the way, can we all just stop and say, fuck yeah, Asmund is back. Rest in peace, Dad. But it's so cool to see Asmund back. The Greatest Noob, saw you on Nick's video when Nux was reacting to it, and I was like, I know that beard. Yeah. So in my video, there's a lot more footage of me and Nick. Nick had it trimmed down, did a really great job with his edits. He had a lot of crazy shit. In my video, it goes a lot more into when we were swarmed by Antifa. And him just coming and talking to me, I want you guys to understand, Nick just showing up and coming in to talk to me put him in more danger. Because they were so upset and angry with me and my group of friends that it literally put Nick in more danger, and he G'd up like a true one, like a real one. Turd Ferguson, stolen people, stolen land. You find that guy? Also, I admire your restraint, bro. Fuck Antifa, stay strapped. So look, I did find that guy. So there's a viral video going around of a African-American gentleman walking around the Antifa people chanting, stolen people, stolen land, stolen people, stolen land. Hoo, 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 hoo. And they start crying and freaking out. Why are you harassing us? If it was a white dude, they would have attacked him. But, BLM, so they couldn't. They can attack white people, but they couldn't attack him. I actually met him. He is in my video, the Swarmed by Antifa video. We talked for a minute, and I was able to isolate the audio enough for my video to where you can hear what people are saying. His name is America First Rifleman. He's a great dude. We are now friends on TikTok. He's had a lot of attacks from Antifa, but they're all sideways attacks. They're not physical attacks. Like they smashed up his vehicle the other day. They doxed him. They're doing all sorts of crazy shit to him, but they can't deal with them head on because he's not white, and they can only attack white people, women, children, shit like that, because they're fucking losers and retards. Starvos, JD, I watched your Portland video yesterday and you kept it cool. I would struggle to keep it cool with those degenerates. Props to you. Listen, man, thank you for that. That means a lot to me because I am somebody who suffers from CPTSD, which is complex post-traumatic stress disorder. You know what I'm saying? I also have been to prison. I'm about that fight life. It's really hard for me because I don't like white supremacists. I don't like Nazis. I don't like fascists. And they were calling me this shit over and over again. They were in my face, shining flashlights, using bullhorns, doing everything they could to try to instigate violence. So it was so hard to keep it cool and peaceful. It was an absolute struggle, bro. It was absolutely a struggle. And I honestly felt like it was getting to the point where I was putting my veteran buddies, who also struggle with PTSD, at danger by keeping them there. So it was like I had to weigh out, if this does go violent, which they were trying their best to make it go violent, is one of my guys going to pull their piece and fucking smoke somebody if they start attacking? And then what are these snipers on the roof going to do? And I didn't go there with the intention to have anybody hurt. I did not want anybody to get hurt. I literally went there and I was like, hey, here's my microphone. Use my platform. Talk to the people. Let them know why you're here. Now, if this was a peaceful protest, they would want to be able to shed light on their cause, correct? That's the only thing that makes sense. Yes, let's shed light on your cause. But it exposed what they're really there to do, which is to terrorize, break laws, and hurt people. William Stryker said, JD, I'm glad you're okay. I would have sent some of my guys to help you, all our combat vets, and would have protected you if I gave the order. Stryker, thank you so much. I was covered, man. My guys were armed to the D-Lo. Everybody was locked and loaded, ready to go, except for me, because of course I don't have Second Amendment rights. Everybody else had concealed carries. Everybody else was in body armor. I just had a baggy hoodie, of course, with nothing on underneath, because I'm not allowed to own body armor yet. But I found the way to get the federal exemption for felons to get body armor. So in the future, I will be body armored up. But really, honestly, the next time I go, I'm going to have less people, because honestly, what it does is it incites those people when they see multiple actual capable men. They don't like capable men. They get provoked, it seems, if you have multiple people with a normal or above average testosterone level, because it threatens and intimidates their high estrogen content. Jaster said, JD, love your content, and I'll be 22 in 4 days. Hey, Jaster, happy birthday, bro. Love you, man. Suchka. Dark always runs from the light. That's why they're so defensive. They don't want to be seen for what the fuck they really are. Dark souls they are. So here's the thing I didn't discuss in my video, and I want to be really clear about this. The thing of it is that when you get close to this place, or when I got close to this place, because I'm very in tuned to feeling energies and everything. I'm going to sound like a fucking hippie right now. There was a very dark presence there. It was very dark. I didn't like it. And I've been to prisons. It felt like the closest thing I can describe it to is when they were remodeling Death Row at OSP, and I went to the hole, and they were putting people that were doing hole time for overflow into Death Row, which is there was a very dark, sort of borderline demonic probably presence there. It felt like that, but more extreme. William Stryker, me and my guys don't tolerate chomos. Oh, hell yeah. Daniel Todd said, hey, JD, I want to thank you. You and Nerdrotic have both helped me with my corn addiction. It has made my life better. God bless you and stay safe out there. Daniel, I'm so proud of you. And I know that Nerdrotic would be too. I actually got to meet him and have dinner with him. We had sushi. Me, him, and the Unsubscribed Boys and Angry Cops had sushi out in San Antonio. What a fucking great dude, bro. What an amazing dude. Masiero, hey, made it back for another live. Saw you on Sweeps vid. Happy you guys are both safe. Also, rest in peace, Asmon's dad. Indeed. Rest in peace, Asmon dad, bro. Jeremy Jennings, it's a shame Oregon doesn't have a mutual combat clause and a constitutional carry. Was American Thor with you? No, actually, he wasn't in town, but so we both live in the same area, and if we do decide to go out again, probably I'll have him go out with me. Because this is ramping up in Eugene as well, and I'll probably have him go with me if we go out in Eugene. Oregon definitely doesn't have mutual combat. We have very limited self-defense laws. And a lot of people don't know that we have self-defense laws. They're very limited, but I make sure that I know the laws everywhere that I live. I love you, Jeremy. Thank you. Silent Thoughts. Do you think people should start unmasking these really out-of-hand people to get their face on cameras? Masks are a huge reason they go so nuts, I think. So here's the thing. If you were to touch them, unmask them in any way, they're going to swarm you. They're going to physically attack you. That's what they do. They will swarm you, physically attack you. I have video after video after video of it that they won't let me show on here. It's really too bad because people need to see the violence they're out there perpetrating. It's really disgusting. But I think that what needs to happen, and this is my summation after going down there and seeing exactly what they're doing. Yes, they are an organized domestic terrorist organization. They are funded by who the fuck knows who, probably George Soros. They are well organized. They had a nearby headquarters at an apartment where they were taking showers and shits in shifts. They all had certain things, you have to look for them, but they had certain things that they were equipped with. I believe are they called pneumonic or inflatable tourniquets for if somebody gets stabbed or shot? Expensive gear like that. You know, a lot of them had mutual helmets and shit, brand new stuff. And the thing is that these are people who are ostensibly homeless, junkie people. These are people who live in trap houses or they're squatters or whatever the case may be. They do not have the money to have the equipment that they had. They're very well organized. They organize these events and they are a criminal, terrorist thing. So I think that what needs to happen is we need to have the feds come in and swoop up every single last fucking one of them. I know they say, we're not an organization, we're an ideology of anti-fascism. First off, you act more fascist than any other organization in this fucking country, you fucking retards. You're liars. You're fucking lying, and you are an organization. Just saying, that's like the Hells Angels saying, we're not a bike club. We're not an MC. We're not a motorcycle club. We're a book club. You're stupid as fuck. That's not going to protect you legally now that you're designated. You fucking morons. Grosner, stay safe. Antifa has zero shame or humanity. That right there. Idaho's Deadpool. Just saying, if you need back the F off, I'm in Idaho, pedophile hunter. I could get 100+ motorcycles to do a little ride and say hi and have lunch. Here's the thing. Idaho's Deadpool, I appreciate that wholeheartedly, but what I'm not trying to do is escalate the violence. I would like to see the violence come down. I did not go down there with violent intentions. I went down there simply to observe and to give people a voice, and they attacked us for it. It was crazy. That video, if you have not seen the video that I put out, Swarmed by Antifa, I strongly encourage you to watch it and see exactly how demented and out of control and mentally ill these domestic terrorists are. Brian, Texas, did they have any actual bad dudes out there? No. Is it just a bunch of skinny kids running in numbers? How do you measure them up? Never been around them. A bunch of fucking retarded twinks, bro. They didn't have any bad dudes out there, bro. They had maybe an estrogen level of 12 between all of them. And they had less brain cells than that. No, these people are they're bottom of the barrel fucking creatures, bro. But, I tried to fucking give them basic human respect. And they did not reciprocate. But no, bro. They just have numbers. BG, I visited the Hanoi Hilton in Vietnam and felt the darkness. Never felt it since. It's real. See, exactly. I'm glad I'm not the only one who can recognize when there's a dark presence around, man. Roman Wolf Gaming! Law by Mike did a review on Queso's Goob Lagoon video, and he would owe me 400 million and 3K years in prison. How would he be in prison? Do a vid. Queso? I don't know anything about the situation. What happened with Queso? I'm gonna have to go look at the fucking. I'm gonna have to go look at the Law by Mike video because I don't know anything about that situation. Lilith Moonstar, great to see you here, sis. Love you. Butt Knuckles! Thank you for putting yourself at risk to show everyone what is going on in Portland. My wife is from Seattle and lots of folks are worried, and I'm sending them the video to show them why NG is needed. So, look, man, I love you, bro. And I'm just going to say this from the bottom of my heart. The National Guard needs to go out there. Trump is not wrong. And you guys know I'm not a fucking MAGA dude. I'm not a liberal, but Trump is not wrong about this, bro. They need to send in the National Guard. They need to send in the feds. They need to deal with this. They need to put an end to what's going on in our streets. They're out there hurting people. They assaulted a 10-year-old girl. They assaulted female journalists that were just out there trying to report on what was going on. They assaulted multiple people all in a few-hour time span. The time that I was there was, I think, the only period of time me and my guys were there. They were not violent physically towards anyone. As soon as we left, they started assaulting people. And I was worried about that, man. It sucked.
What's the need for all of the black?
The need for all of the black is to protect everybody who is around here, who is also wanting to protect their identity.
Yeah, exactly. Like car thieves do, fucking murderers do, fucking, rapists do when they jump out the bushes in a park. Exactly. It's to protect your identity so you don't get fucking caught.
I don't want my face to be out there. I don't want these people to see this and then come and persecute me.
Persecute you, the consequences of your own actions, because you go there with the intention to terrorize and break the fucking law.
For standing out and holding a sign that says silence is compliance.
Yeah, because now the sun's gone down
my voice.
and we just have people in all black pretty much, for the most part, majority.
Do you see that? You guys see that? There's like 2 cops there, and they're butt fucking useless. Those cops will stand there and watch private citizens get fucking assaulted with weapons, and they will not do anything. Katie Dillencourt from Post-Millennial Media Group, she was assaulted with a weapon. Her and her security chased down the assailant, called the cops, waited 35 minutes, and the cops would not come out and do anything. The Portland PD sides with Antifa. They side with domestic terrorists.
This keeps people safe.
On the umbrella.
That keeps people safe. It keeps people safe from prosecution, is what it does, because you're a fucking criminal and you're a fucking terrorist, and that's not actually going to keep you safe when the feds swoop in and start swooping you fucking bitches up. And that's what needs to happen.
It says kill yourself. They're pointing it right to the feds on the top of the building. It says kill yourself.
Get the fuck out of the way.
I'm just showing your thing. From the front line.
Get out of the way. They're standing in the middle of the street. Fucking retarded. Gen X, yes. Katie Davis Court looks, I'm not saying this in a bad way about the woman. What they did to her looks terrible. You know what I'm saying? I just want to say what they did to her is terrible. The damage they inflicted upon her is terrible. She doesn't look terrible. All respect to her. I just want to make that clear. But what they did to her is fucking terrible, and she deserves justice.
On the building now, you have these guys right here yelling, and you have the ICE and feds right here just taking it.
And in our video, Swarmed by Antifa, you can clearly see them from an aerial view. So there's on one side, they're on the roof. On the other side, over by the red neon sign, they're on the roof. So where they pinned us was in between those two, and they swarmed us. We were between 2 sets of snipers on the roofs. So that's where all of this went down. This is Nick Shirley's video. His YouTube channel is pinned at the top of the chat, and he is honestly like my favorite independent journalist ever and a good friend. Please support Nick.
Sounds like they're about to open up the gate.
I see a lot of people talking about Andy. No, I actually am, sorry. I'm working right now on seeing if we can get Andy to come and do an interview with us. So hopefully that'll happen soon.
And the feds are about to come out. You have a bunch of them right in here right now, and they're gonna come through right here. It looks like a van or somebody's gonna be moving through. And you also have a Black Hawk flying around the entire perimeter right now.
Caleb Morris said YouTube took Nick's video down. They couldn't have, because we're actually watching it right now. This is actually Nick's video that we're watching right now, and we're watching it through YouTube, so it is still up.
And what are you gonna do when the feds come out? They're coming.
We need a mass line. We need to shut them down. We need to be prepared to sacrifice at all costs. This is a red line. This is the moment to sacrifice, but be smart.
They're coming out right now. Here comes the police.
You get some punk bitches on the clearance map. Run the end and show your wife what a real man is. I'm gonna push out this Bible. Hey, do that shit to me, you little fucking man. Do that to me.
This guy's yelling at him now.
I ain't scared of your ass. I ain't scared. scared of your ass. You don't know who I am. Your commander will pull you back when they know who the fuck I am. Bitch.
Now they're shooting over here.
Oh no. People are saying that it's a black screen. Did they age restrict his video? Oh no. Let me know, you guys, right now. Can you see Nick's video on the screen? Let me know. I can see, yes, age restriction. The majority of people, you guys can see? Okay, so the majority of people can see it. Okay. You can see it on my screen. Yes, 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 yes. You guys can see it. We're going to keep going and see where this goes.
Here. Now they're all retreating back. Now they're shooting. Now they're shooting. I don't know what's inside those little balls, but it smells like a little bit of tear gas.
You can't turn your guns on yourself! Shoot yourself!
Don't push the hippie. Come get daddy. We'll eat some loving without fucking.
This umbrella right here says kill yourself.
Motherfucker, you gotta leave this bitch with fucking PTSD. Ain't no money to find your punk ass. Bitch, you're afraid to die. I'm looking.
Wow, what are those little paintball things they shoot?
Pepper balls!
Those are pepper.
So just so you guys know, when we were walking up, they were shooting pepper balls, and I got a bunch of that pepper shit in my throat. So when you go watch Swarmed by Antifa, my video of what happened to me down there, you will be able to hear it in my throat. I'll be like sounding way worse, like worse than normal, you guys, like worse than my normal voice. It's because I had pepper spray in my throat, man. So yeah, that shit is no fucking joke. That shit hurts.
Pepper bowls.
You can see in my eyes too that my eyes are bloodshot from the pepper spray.
They're pepper balls.
Sir, what made you want to come out here with the Make America Great Again hat?
Because I seen a female out here, and she was being surrounded by all these people.
So they're calling a black dude a traitor because he's wearing a Make America Great Again hat, and he has an American flag, which is wild to me. Absolutely wild to me. I still see Nick Shirley's video up. I'm not sure what everybody is saying. I still see it very clearly.
And
This dude literally went down there to protect Honey Badger Mom. Literally went down there to protect Honey Badger Mom. Yeah, somebody just said it's white people calling a black man a traitor because he's wearing a hat. This is the level of tardation these people have, bro. It's crazy. Stretch said, JD, love you, big dog. I'm 18 months clean off the Blue Demon. And your message and platform have helped me more than I could ever explain. Make pedophiles afraid again. Hell yeah, bro. Love you, man. I'm so proud of you. Get it, brother. Turd Ferguson said, Nux shouted you out, bro. I love Nux, man. That's my homie. We be in the DMs. You know what I'm saying? That's my dog. We're trying to figure out how me and Nux can do a collab that would make sense. I don't know how to collab with a VTuber, but if he comes out with a way that we can collab and something we can work on, he is like literally, he's the GOAT. David said he's the GOAT. He's the GOAT. I fucking love him, bro. Out of all the people, I watch Nick Shirley, Nux, and Asmongold a lot. Like a lot, bro. And of course, all my brothers from the Unsubscribed podcast. Jeff said, JD, longtime follower. I'm sorry I've been spamming a bit in the comments, bro. But bro, we need answers. Why is your Epstein content gone? So here's the deal. A lot of my stuff, a lot of my Epstein content is still 100% up. I think 2 videos got taken down by YouTube. So, you know, when they 18 and over something, it'll fuck your whole algorithm if you don't private it. So normally, if they 18 and over something, I normally private it. So I have tons of Epstein content up, but there was a couple of my things that they 18 and over, and I took them down so it wouldn't fuck my whole fucking platform, and you guys wouldn't see any of my shit for weeks. Butt Knuckles, fuck YouTube for blocking all of my rational comments. Bro, you can't make too much sense, bro. If you have common sense, that's not good. Tony Houston said this goes back to the Spotted Owl protest. Bro, they've been doing this a long time. And you know, Antifa is not just in the US. Antifa is also in France. It's really all around the world, bro. So it's weird to me that these people say they're not an organization. Daddy Wolf said YouTube censorship in full force. See who they support. Tried to post 3 times now. One love, brother Wood Chipper. I'm sorry they're doing you like that, man. I appreciate you staying with us. 479 Tim. Saw your Portland vid. I know it must have been hard not to get old school on them Antifa fools. Much love from Northwest Arkansas, bro. Originally from Redwood City, Bay Area. Yo, another Bay Area homie, bro. What's up, man? Big love and respect to you. Appreciate you, big dog. How you liking it out there, man? I like Arkansas, to be honest with you. Twilight, yo, what's up, bro? Bro, you couldn't even step foot on the sidewalk before you were profiled as a Proud Boy from that cornball wearing his Halloween costume. They were pushing up like they were actually about to enforce some shit on you. And that's exactly the thing. He's 100% right. We didn't even make it to the sidewalk before they started calling us fucking, they're like, this is choreographed. You're with the feds. They called me a Proud Boy, a Fed, a white supremacist, a Nazi, a fascist, all this shit. Well, I'm literally out there hugging people, kicking it, offering a voice on my platform to people. It was the wildest shit ever. Love you, Twilight. Jester said, you don't have to answer if you don't want to, but why does Jessica Kent hate you? And by the way, she's planning some expose video about you in response to the protests going on her YouTube channel. Here's the thing, man. Miserable people want to make other people miserable. I honestly, bro, the type of people who listen to Jessica Kent, like if you listen to Jessica Kent and you're like, yeah, this chick makes sense, you're probably not going to vibe with me anyway, because she is super weird, super liberal. She's literally resorted to saying homophobic shit about me, but I thought she was an ally. Like, she's making up lies and slander, saying that she knows somebody that I know. First off, you don't know anybody that I know. Secondly, she's saying that they're saying that I did gay shit in prison or whatever the fuck. Aren't you an ally? Aren't you like super LGBTQ friendly? Why would you be out here throwing homophobic slings around if you support people that are gay and trans and queer? It's super weird shit, bro. I hope that she gets well because she has kids. She has daughters that are around her behavior. She has daughters that are around her drunkenness and around her, using meth all the time and bringing literal rapists into her house. She's dating a literal fucking rapist right now, dog. Like, why are you bringing rapists around your kids? That's weird, man. I hope someone intervenes. I hope that she gets the help that she needs, and I hope that someone helps those poor fucking babies, bro. I just honestly feel bad for her babies. Papa Dodd. JD, I was thinking about the Sinn Féin tat, but a man I respect said it might be trouble, might have affiliation. I don't remember seeing it inside. What do you think? I've got Irish blood. He's 1%. I've never seen any organization or affiliated. I think you're good, personally. But, a lot of those things can be regional as well. And I don't know every region and, every organization. I don't fuck with white supremacists or white supremacist organizations. So I'm not somebody who's going to be able to give you too much insight into that. I genuinely didn't fuck with those people inside. Roman Wolf Gaming said, everyone just roasting Queso about how dangerous the Goob Lagoon is. Matt Hardy, Chris Hansen, Tony Hawk, Bam Margera on a water park simulator. Oh, that's lit, bro. I love my love child Queso, bro. That's my boy. He came from my loins. Barb loves Alaska. Word is the National Guard will be divided between the ICE building and the federal courthouse in Portland. It's going to get crazy. Well, literally, everybody's talking about how it's unconstitutional that Donald Trump would send the National Guard in. But if he deploys them to federal locations that need to be protected, he has every right to do so. Every single fucking right to do so. And that's where these people are focusing their attacks. But really, honestly, what they need to do is they need to send the feds in and just swoop these people up, bro. They need to swoop these people up. They need to get them off the streets. Captain Crunch Guy, what will happen if a kid dies next protest? I mean, like, they already attacked a 10-year-old. They already full-on attacked a 10-year-old girl. So, you know, they won't care. They don't give a fuck about kids. Digi the Raccoon, sensing energy is actually a very useful skill. Absolutely 100%, man. And I'll say that, like, I've got a pretty good radar for it, but my wife is so intuitive, bro. My wife is so intelligent, both mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Like, she is so much better at sensing energy than I am, man. She's incredible. Shuck said, unfortunately, the cops' hands are tied. The higher-ups refusing to arrest Antifa. Hope Nick gets security one day. I worry for that young man. Here's the thing is having security just incites them more. And that's why Nick doesn't do it. Nick knows that if he gets somebody for security, it ups these people's want for violence. And we saw that firsthand with me just going with some veteran buddies that were armed to the D-Lo. By the way, the Armed to the D-Lo shirt, now available at, what is it? Bunkerbranding.com. Sorry, guys, I had a brain fart. It's been a long few days. I've had a lot happen. You know, after the Portland thing, there was a lot of stuff going on. My mom went into the emergency room. I've gotten swatted. There's just been a lot happening, you guys. The Triple B Collective. I'm ex-Antifa from Eugene. I left in 2020. Check out my content and let's link up sometime. There are cartel connections here. Triple B Collective, man. What is up? A fellow Eugenian. You know, I would love to get your take on things, having been in Antifa. And, you know, I think your voice is really important. You know, I literally went down there to give them an opportunity to voice their opinions to me and what's going on. I just subbed to you so that I can find you. Thank you so much, man. It would be really cool. If you want to talk, have respectful conversation, all of that. I don't care if we have differing beliefs. I'm willing to give you a platform. I'm willing to treat you with respect and love, whether we agree or disagree on things, man. Always and forever, that's my get down, bro. I'm not on a left or right side. I'm on the side of the American people. So, you know, I think it would be really cool to speak with you. Much love and respect. Sun Up. Honestly, listening to Andy No's story of getting beat up in Portland due to the BLM riots was terrifying. Well, and he's been attacked multiple times. But, you know, one time he had a brain bleed. Another time he had to fucking literally hide in a hotel. And the people in the hotel wouldn't help him while a swarm of Antifa were outside. Andy No is a soldier, bro. Slum Apache. Love from Toronto, Canada. Stay sober, strong, and safe. Love you, homie. Big love. Josh said, much respect, bro. Keep spitting the truth. Thank you so much. As Rang said, JD, roar for me, bro. Ever since I went down there and got that pepper spray in my throat don't feel right. I'm going to give you a wood chipper. That's about all I can muster, bro. I got extra sandpaper in my throat from that pepper spray, my guy. As Rang said, left, right, pedophiles fester everywhere all the time. And you're 1,000% correct on that, man. Shuck said, also, what's wild is Nick Shirley confronting protesters in New York has girls flashing their titties and it's not age restricted or taken down. Yeah, dude, that chick going, titties, 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 say fuck Charlie Kirk. Say fuck Charlie Kirk. He's like, no. And she's like, you're a racist. He's a racist because he doesn't want to say fuck Charlie Kirk. Get the fuck up out of here. Justin Wright. Nick posted this morning that the video was age restricted, but was working to resolve it. I believe that it got resolved, man. When I watched this video, I didn't see anything that looked like it would have required age restriction. Solid number 5. I watched your video. Good job on restraining yourself when that dude said you rolled with white nationalists in prison. That shit got under my skin, bro, because here's the real deal, is that I rolled with Irish Pride. Irish Pride literally has people that are multi-race. We have mixed race people. We have a transgender homie. We have people that are multiple different races that still have Irish heritage. We're not a racist group, and we fought to separate ourselves from the racist groups. I took shit from the white supremacist groups because I lived with native dudes, because they were my fucking people. They were my homies. And if you look at the history between the Irish and the Native Americans, we have always had each other's backs. So fuck what some fucking dude wants to say. I'm going to roll the same in prison as I do out here. So for some dude to come in and try to tell me how I rolled in prison, bro, a bag of dicks. But yes, I wanted to smash him, but bro, I try not to resort to violence. Here's what I realized about resorting to violence from words, bro, is that you're letting them win. You are letting people win if they can get you out of your character through words. I am not somebody who wants to perpetrate violence against people anymore. I will if I have to. If you make it a situation where it's me or you that's going to make it home to their family, it's going to be me making it back to my wife and kids every single time. But I do not wish to commit violence against people. I lived my life as a very violent person, and I didn't like who I was, and I don't want to be violent anymore. So if someone can use words to pull me out of my character and out of who I want to be, then I have already lost whether I win or lose the fight. That's just what it is. White is right, bro. You are in timeout. Come back when you can act accordingly, Josh. We're not doing racist shit in my chats, bro. That's not how we get down here. Think about what you did. Come back and be better. The Nickinator. Wanted to meet you at a protest, but had to work. Man, it would have been great to meet you, Nickinator. John said, yo, JD, love all your vids. Keep up the good work. Love you, and I appreciate you, man. Sheila said, love from Willow Creek, California. Yeah, my home state. Love you, sis. Sherry said was a victim starting at 8 years old. Make pedophiles afraid again. Sis, you're not in this alone. From somebody who had it happen to them when I was 6 years old, we are all in this together, and you are very, very fucking loved, sis. Alex said, you're spot on about Antifa. However, designating them as a terrorist will be weaponized against genuinely anti-government, pro-working class organizations by our government. Now, what you're saying here, you have a good point. And I do agree with you that any power that a government takes or can exert over its citizens, it's going to abuse to the full extent that it is allowed. And a government is never going to relinquish that power unless it is forcibly taken back from that government. So I understand where the concerns come in. But if you see what's going on in our streets with situations like Antifa, it's one of those things where you carefully have to balance how much damage are they doing to innocent people in their community? How much damage is the government going to do? I don't know, bro. It's a toss-up. But I know these people can't be on our streets. They cannot continue to be on our streets unabashedly doing what they're doing, man. So I agree with you, and I respect your stance on that. It's a tricky situation, man, you know? Josh said, the left thinks we're sitting ducks. They are wrongfully mistaken. I don't know why these people think that they can perpetrate violence. Every time I see them try to perpetrate violence, unless it's like, you know, you can look at the Charlie Kirk thing. You look at that school shooting with the trans weirdo. Like, if they sneak attack somebody or something, but it seems like they're trying to start an all-out war. And in any type of mutual combat, they die every single fucking time, bro. The left would die every single time in mutual combat. The only way they get licks off is by sneaking them on people. So I don't know why they want to provoke something they're clearly not going to win. Ranch dressing, Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat? People are gonna. Why are you asking the controversial questions, dog? Why are you putting me in a situation in front of all my cool friends? I'm gonna say this, it's the people are gonna be mad. Street Fighter for me, dog. Street Fighter for me. I fuck with Street Fighter way heavier than Mortal Kombat. People are gonna get mad in the comments now. Here it comes. Oh no. Sheila said, I think Oregon has every drug is legal law. No, what they had was they decriminalized all drugs to make it not a felony anymore for simple possession. They have rescinded that. It is now, because they failed miserably at doing it. They failed absolutely miserably at doing it. What they were trying to do was destigmatize things. And I agreed with what they were doing, but the follow through, they were supposed to be prioritizing treatment over incarceration, and they never got the treatment together. They just did harm reduction, which I believe in harm reduction. I think harm reduction is important. But instead of getting people into treatment, they just started handing people boxes full of needles and crack pipes. And that doesn't help the situation. So now it's a separate class of misdemeanor where they can put you in jail for up to 6 months for probation, but it's a misdemeanor that can be taken off of your record very easily if you go through treatment, so that people don't end up being felons for simple possession. Chase Roberts, love you, fam. Keep it up. Wish you kept your composure better than I could with all those bullhorns screaming in the background. It was really difficult, man. I was literally, my teeth were grinding, bro. Thank you so much. I appreciate you recognizing that, man. That's fucking really intuitive, and I love you, bro. Billy McFly, them trying to annoy a man that has been to prison around loud noises like it was going to bother you, they failed hard. Well, you know, I'm not going to say that it wasn't challenging with my PTSD. What I will say is I was not going to let them push me into a place where things got bad, man. Michael LaRoche, woof, woof, woof. Love you, family. Keep it real. I appreciate you, big dog. Umber's Fall. Bro, everywhere I go, I can feel shit getting bad. Stay safe. Love you, bro. Things do seem to be accelerating in a negative way, man. And that's why I think it's important that we stay tight with community. We keep lines of communication open. We try to do everything we can to keep things headed in the right direction. So far, I'm not encouraged by how things are landing, dog. So I'm encouraging everybody to stay frosty. If you have Second Amendment rights, use them shits, bro. Shadowfire, Marine veteran from Ohio, love and respect. I am terrified of the man I will have to become to protect my family, loved ones, and those around me. The way things are going in this country these days. Dude, I feel you with my whole heart, brother. First off, thank you for your service and sacrifice. I'm sorry that our country that you've come back to is in the state that it's in, man. I'm sorry that you have to be concerned about protecting yourself and your family after what you've done for this country, brother. I love you, and we're all in this together, my man. Digi the Raccoon, the quiet voice speaks the loudest. I don't know, bro. I'm pretty loud. And for some reason, people listen to me. I can't figure it out. Twilight Jones said, what happens when they realize they truly are what they claim to oppose, fascists, and all these young people being used as useful idiot fodder? What will these kids do when they realize they've been used and misled? Probably seek mental health help and get jobs. And hopefully they do that before they have criminal records or before they end up, disabled or putting themselves in horrible positions where it's harder for them to come back from. Hopefully they wake up from this fever dream that they're in and they realize what's going on and they can live healthy and productive lives, man. That would be my wish for every single one of them, Twilight, because I don't want to see bad shit happen to anybody.
He's a YouTuber f***ing liar. Yeah, I know your f***ing channel.
Hey. So this guy came out here tonight in support of the girl with the hat on because she was...
So look, the dude with the Ducks shirt on that you can barely see because it's dark, that dude is America First Rifleman. He was the dude who was doing the stolen people, stolen land, stolen people, stolen land. Hoo, 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 hoo. I love that guy, man. I got an interview with him in my video too, Swarmed by Antifa. You should check it out. If you haven't watched my video, Swarmed by Antifa, it gets so intense, bro. And me and Nick are both in that.
He was getting surrounded, so now she came out here. He left work to come out here because I guess they were worried for the safety of the woman. Antifa's really starting to ramp it up right now. They're chasing this guy out of here. They're chasing him out. You have all Antifa going after one man right here. You're getting chased out right now by Antifa.
I am. They seem agitated. I'm not sure what's going on.
Why are they agitated with you being here?
Yeah, I don't know, bro. We just came, tried to have civil conversation and discourse with them, and they started getting wild, and it started building and got crazier and crazier.
It looks as if they are surrounding us right now.
Yep, they absolutely surrounded us. You can hear the audio. You can hear the fucking audio, man. Listen to this. It's so, like, both of us had to do whatever we could to reduce the noise in the audio, but it's absolutely insane how loud and abrasive this was.
I always find it interesting because they could, like, it's a great opportunity for them to explain why they're out here. Instead, they do this.
Yeah.
I don't like you, fascist.
I'm not a fascist. What would make me a fascist? Because I'm not a fascist.
Why are you here?
What would make me a fascist?
Why are you here?
Feds are moving back out.
Why are you here? Why are you here? That bitch was a whole fentanyl ferret, dog. That bitch was a whole fucking fentanyl ferret. She couldn't answer the question, so she just said, why are you here? Was that a rubber chicken? They had rubber chickens. They had all sorts of toys. Don't get me wrong. Their toys were kind of cool, bro. I just don't understand why they wouldn't want to take the opportunity to have a microphone and talk about what they want. I can put them in front of millions of people and they can air their grievances because they're not there to talk. They're there to assault people. They're there to terrorize their community. They're there to start fucking problems. It's crazy. So he just showed a tiny clip of that. It got a lot worse. It got a lot worse. And if you want to see that, that is in my video, Swarmed by Antifa. He moved on to a different thing and didn't take up too much of that footage. Big love and respect to Nick for that. Big love and respect to Nick for that. They entirely surrounded us, and it was a little sketchy because, like I'm saying, we were in between two fucking buildings where the rooftops had snipers, and my dudes were absolutely armed to the D-Lo. This is my new shirt. If you want it, it's at bunkerbranding.com. There's a link in my bio. And this I put out because I had veteran volunteers who just wanted to go with me, and they were armed to the absolute teeth. And I just wanted a shirt that said armed to the D-Lo. Armadillos are pretty cool. So if you want one, those are at bunkerbranding.com. I don't want to show any more of Nick's video because I want to encourage people to go watch Nick's video. And the pinned comment in the chat is actually a link to Nick Shirley's channel. So if you want to check out Nick Shirley's video in its entirety, I didn't show the beginning. I didn't show the climactic end. It's absolutely worth going and watching. It's free 99. All you need to do is give Nick a like and a sub and drop a comment. And if you want to see the rest of what happened with being swarmed and surrounded by Antifa and what happened with us, you can check that out on Swarmed by Antifa right here in our community on the JD Delay channel. BG said, props to the Choctaw who stepped up for the Irish during the hunger. 100% ancestors buried outside a workhouse in Kildee County, Clare. So, hey, I want to say this right now. The Irish people will always owe a debt and a gratitude to the Choctaw tribe. Some incredible people. We love our Native American brothers and sisters who sent money to help us when we were starving from the colonialist English government with their boots on our necks, taking all of our food, even during a potato famine. You guys, Jax has entered the studio.
Hello.
You look so beautiful, sweetie.
Thank you. I heard you talking about armed to the Dillo.
This was actually a Jax production. The arm to the dillo was Jax's idea.
Look, I'm sorry to anyone who wants me to design girly stuff because my brain does this, unfortunately.
Yeah, Jax has more of a dude type of thing. The Choctaw are real ones, and I just want you guys to know that there are Irish universities where the Native Americans can go and they can 100% for free get education in Ireland. During COVID, we gave them, I think it was $5 million to help them get through COVID. There's a long-standing history of the Irish and the Native Americans having each other's backs. And as far as the Mexican-Irish relationship, there was a battle in Texas where Irish left the U.S. forces, the U.S. military, to fight side by side with the Mexican army because they saw what some of the American troops were doing to women and children, and they thought it was wrong. The Irish, if you are Irish and you are somebody who is a white supremacist, historically, you're fucking retarded and you're wrong. Because we've always been treated like second-class citizens. We were historically oppressed. We were historically treated right alongside with all of these other marginalized communities. Don't take the side of people who treated you like shit just because they start treating you a little better. Love everyone. Be better than that. Don't take a position of hatred. That's not who we are. Historically, it never has been. Big love and respect to everyone. That's how we should be. Azriel, have a monster on me. Thank you, homie. I appreciate you. Pinkies out, bottoms up. Big love. Christina, I appreciate you. The crazy car guy. Imagine being so blinded by hate for people that don't think like you. I hope these people can find peace at some point. And wouldn't that be the best situation if they just realized, man, you know what? Maybe treating people like this is fucked up. Maybe this isn't who I want to be. Michael, thank you so much. Dark Madness. Bro, I love your profile picture every fucking time. You're a better man than me, JD. It may just be the fact that I'm a young buck, but I'm too quick to meet extreme violence with even more extreme violence. So here's the thing, is I will say this. Nobody put a fucking hand on me. They were out there beating up women and a 10-year-old girl. They beat up little Twinkie-looking twig dudes that were probably their own people. But nobody put a hand on me or any of my guys. But they tried to get us to do so to them. And it got really out of hand. Incredibly out of hand. That's probably one of the craziest videos I've ever had. It's definitely worth watching if you want to see how they operate. You can see what Antifa is trying to do there. Neonix, what's up from Roseburg? Stay safe out there. Love you down there in the South, homie. Sherry, I've learned that the more that we speak out, the stronger we become. Make pedophiles afraid again. And that was my experience as well. You know, the very first time that I ever went and stood, I'll do this real quickly. I stood in front of a room full of men that I barely knew and told my story and included the part about me being molested as a child, which is something I never talked about until I was in way later on in life. And I said it in front of a room full of strangers. I felt my fucking heart in my throat, dude. Because it's not something you want to talk about. A dude doing sexual shit to you against your will when you're a child. But when I did, I felt a freeing feeling. And it let something go in me that helped me heal. Afterwards, I had men come up to me and say, man, I've never been able to say this to anybody before. But it happened to me when I was a kid too. And so I made it a part of every time I speak publicly to say that so that I can lead in that direction. Because that is how we become stronger. Biker Mom said, coming to the USA soon from France. 4-week road trip with my own bike. East, Texas, South. I just have one fear, these Antifas. Loves to JD, Nick, Asman, Andy, and your great community. We welcome you. I hope you have such an incredible time. That is so awesome to hear. Zach, backpacking around the world, said ranch dressing or blue cheese. Here's the thing. This is another, you guys keep asking these questions that are going to get me fucked up in the chat, bro. It's a little bit crazy that y'all want to talk about this shit that's going to be hot button issues. The real controversial shit. I don't like ranch. I barely fuck with blue cheese. I don't like super creamy shit, bro. I'm not a creamy dude. But blue cheese I eat more often than ranch. You know, blue cheese on a burger with bacon, fire, bro. But I very rarely do that. Thank you for asking questions that are going to get me flamed in the chat by the ranch lovers. Love you, dog. Chris Sanchez, these Antifa people act like cameras don't like cameras because they don't have a message to give. They're there to cause damage and allow intrusive thoughts through. Dude, 100%. That's exactly what it is, Chris. Sajiri said, much love from New Hampshire. Much love right back to you, family. Pastime Cyborg, Etza selling Antifa merch after the designation. Let them do it, bro. Let them do it. Honestly, it just helps the Fed's case. It really does. Honest review. I think Tranquifa's forgetting vets are warriors in a garden, not gardeners in a war. Fuck around and find out. Love your content here in Salem, Oregon. What's up, Bubba? Hell yeah. Huge respect. Jeremy Jennings said, I thought that was one of your crew shining the laser down. If it was, epic move. You were a complete professional, by the way. That was not anyone on my crew. That was legitimately, I believe that was Department of Homeland Security doing that. And thank you for saying that I kept it professional. That was my whole goal, was to be professional. I wanted to stay non-biased. By the time I left with what I needed. I wasn't there very long. I wasn't trying to be there for a long haul. I wanted to go down there, do what I needed to do, and get home in time for bedtime with my wife. I don't like not sleeping next to my wife. She has trouble sleeping without me. So I went down there and really, honestly, they expedited the whole thing really fucking quickly. Really fucking quickly by going completely buck wild on us. And it gave me everything that I needed to make my assessment firsthand, because I don't like making my opinions from what I see on the left media or the right media. I want to know what my eyes tell me and what my ears tell me in person. And I'm just going to tell you my conclusion after going down there is that these people are terrorists and they need to be dealt with swiftly and accordingly and taken off of our streets. Pete said, check out the story of Aaron Danielson. That's who they thought you were affiliated with. I have no idea who that is. Who is, let me screenshot that, because I have no idea who Aaron Danielson is. Thank you so much. Darception was a bit frustrating hearing them defending wearing masks, yet want ICE maskless. What do you think? I think that, listen, man, they are wearing masks because they want to avoid prosecution. ICE is wearing masks because they want to avoid being doxxed and being violently attacked. Attacks on federal law enforcement are up 1,000% in this country. And I think that's fucked. I think that's absolutely fucked. Now, do they have the right to wear masks? Antifa? Yes, absolutely. Are their intentions good? Very much not. Their intentions are not good, but they have the constitutional right. And listen, if it's peaceful protest, I absolutely validate everyone's constitutional right to peaceful protest. Whether I agree or disagree with your cause, I will fight for your right to be able to peacefully protest. Not intimidate people, not terrorize your community, not destroy your community, not assault people, not beat up little kids. All this shit that they're doing is not peaceful protest. This is rioting. This is terrorism. But, you know, if they're within their rights and they're following the law, I respect and appreciate that, regardless of what I feel about their politics behind it. Christina said, 42-year-old lady here. I pray your message continues to impact the world. Thank you so much, sis. You have been blessed with a powerful voice and message. Love from Long Island, New York. Thank you, Christina. Dude, I appreciate that so much, sis. Because honestly, every morning my prayer is that God will speak through me and that I'll be able to make a positive change in the world. And that's been my prayer for a long time. And he's blessed me greatly, and it's my job to respect the blessings that I've been given. Trainwreck reality check. YouTube is blocking your super chats. I am not shocked at that, my man. I am not shocked at that. Really, I believe the people that are behind funding Antifa are very powerful. And they're weaponizing homeless, drug-addled retards to get their shit done. So they're not powerful, but the people behind Antifa are incredibly powerful people. Amanda Garcia, it shows these protesters care more about their opinions than community safety and what anyone else thinks or feels. Well, here's the thing. They very much care what other people think and feel, because if it is not perfectly aligned with everything they think and feel, they want to attack you. They think you deserve to die. They think that you don't deserve to be on the planet. They're going to brand you a Nazi and a fascist, and they're going to say that you deserve to die. And it could be as simple as disagreeing with one thing. It could be Palestine this week. It could be fucking Ukraine the week before. It could be Greta Thunberg next week. Whatever the case is, you have to agree with every single thing that they align themselves with, or they do not think you have the right to live and to speak. Mystic Rose, howdy JD, howdy to you. I would love it if you did a video on the big UK topic. Involves people won't be able to work legally in the UK without digital ID. Opinion. So Mystic Rose, here's the thing is that I'm not in the UK. And on the surface, with the research that I've done, I'm absolutely 1000% opposed to this shit. But I'm trying to get Tommy Robinson on. Me and Tommy have been talking. I know he's going to court soon, and he's a little bit concerned about what he's putting out there. But, personally myself, I would like to let Tommy speak to it since he's over there and he's so intertwined with what's going on. Dominar just got here. Will you be putting your footage on Patreon? I'm probably going to be putting the outtakes, the shit that was too much that I can't put on YouTube on Patreon. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Michael Rowe. Amen from an Irishman who is proud to have a Native Irish baby. Hell yeah. That's what's up. Love you, Michael. Appreciate you. Shadowfire. I think what terrifies me the most about becoming that guy is that is a man. I was in actual combat and I am terrified that my wife will see the man I put to rest so many years ago. He was a monster. And that's what I'm saying, bro. I didn't like the person I was when I was a violent human being. I don't want to let that rear its head because it's a very slippery slope, as you well know. Once you open certain doors, it's really hard to push things back in, homie. So I feel you and I respect that. James Lowe, what's up, my dog? How you doing, brother? Archeon. I don't know if this is your thing, but I think it would be really cool if transitioned into a full-time journalist. Also, what's going to happen to streamer Destiny in prison? So I would like to do more of this type of stuff. I absolutely would. I think that investigative journalism being on the ground is great. I'm actually talking with a few people about a few things, from pedophile busts to going down to Puerto Rico and talking about why an American territory hasn't had a fucking functional power grid in 7 years and American citizens are sitting there trying to exist off generators. There's a lot of things that I'd like to cover. And so I'm working on possibly doing all of that. What's going to happen to streamer Destiny in prison? He would be a prison penis pincushion, which I'm pretty sure he would not be opposed to. But the level and magnitude of dicks that dude will be inflicted with, holy shit, bro. Holy shit. And here's the thing. I'm going to be doing a video on what's going to happen to these Antifa queefs in prison too. These Antifa queefs are not going to do well in prison. We're going to get into a full length on that. Creature with the Death Wish. Hey JD, those people are absolute Muppets. I haven't been doing well mentally, but your content helps, and me seeing STP Slaughter to Prevail in January. Much love to you and Jax from England. Creature with the Death Wish. I love you. You're not in this mental health struggle alone. A lot of us are struggling right now, and we're in this together. And I'm so jealous you get to see STP, man. Alex is a mutual of mine. He's a great dude. I absolutely love him. Jeff said, I'm out here on the road working, climbing cell phone towers, keeping everyone connected. Dude, thank you for the work you do, man. I'm going to tell you this. I only have 3 things that I'm afraid of. Heights, federal indictments, and things going up my butt. So I completely understand how crazy the work you do is. Thank you for always coming through with the awesome content you create. Thank you for helping me do it by keeping the cell phone towers up, man. Wes said, showing love and support as always from Philly. Love you, Wes. Big dog. Damon Curry, you might look into the connections between Antifa, Black Bloc, and Evergreen College. The houses that are painted all black are their safe houses. And, I'm just going to tell you right now, they have a safe house that's a headquarters for them in Portland, right down by where they're rioting, by the ICE detention center. Stephanie said, JD, have you read any Andrew Vox books? If not, might I recommend Flood by him? Thank you, and I'm going to screenshot that. I'm an avid reader, so I appreciate that so much, sis. James Lowe, JD, mad respect for you. If you're ever in Hindi, I'll buy you a beer. Here's the thing, James, I don't drink, but we can always get a Monster or a burger or a steak, and I love you, my man. Pinkies out, bottoms up, bitches. Another one down. Oh, hell yeah. Ryan Mason, absolutely love what you do, brother. Keep up the awesome work. God bless you. Much love from Maine. God bless you and much love to you too, homie. I really appreciate you being here with us tonight. Christina, I'll pray tonight God hears you and lets your words be from him. Thank you, sis. I genuinely appreciate you. God bless you. Dominar said, off topic, the main reason Santa is so jolly is because he knows where all the bad girls live. George Carlin. George Carlin's lit, bro. I love George Carlin, and I love you, Dominar. Well, you guys, I'm going to jump off here. I just wanted to jump on and show you guys a little bit of the behind the scenes, show you a little bit about Nick Shirley's video. Please go sub to Nick, watch his video. Please go check out my video, Swarmed by Antifa, to get more of the view of what happened to us when we went down there with good intentions. And these people came out and violently were opposed to us being there as American citizens on the streets where we had every right of being, man. It got really hairy and really hectic. Till the next one, it's one love. Be good or be good at.